Hey, what's up YouTube? Benaris here bringing you another exciting StarCraft 2 broadcast. Today, we are going to be watching the first in a best of series between ThorZaiN, the blue Terran spawning down in the bottom left position against EG.HuK, who is actually EG.HuK, spawning up in the top right here on Xel'Naga Caverns. Now, before we get too far into this, I just want to give you guys an update regarding my second channel. YouTube has apparently had some issues posting when new videos have been uploaded on the front page, so I have finished the Deus Ex Human Revolution playthrough and uploaded all of the separate endings. They're individual videos, so you can kind of pick and choose which one you want to see, or you can watch all of them, really, it's up to you. But I just wanted to let you know, in case maybe you missed it, that those are up there. We're going to be continuing with our Dead Island playthrough and probably another game or two. I know I'm doing Fallout New Vegas, but let's actually talk about the match. It looks like they're actually going to be chatting it up a little bit about the fact that ThorZaiN is currently living in South Korea in the Slayer's house. So that is pretty awesome, actually. I'm glad to see another foreigner is able to go over there and have a good time, hopefully realize some success. And we'll actually watch and see what happens here as HuK goes ahead and drops down that gateway. I'm going to be looking to see, I'm guessing we're going to see something along the lines of, say, like a one-gate expand from HuK, because I feel like on this map, at least when I play, a lot of times Terrans will opt for a kind of 1-1-1 style of play. And a one-gate expand into, you know, if you get like some robotics facility or a robotics facility, throw down a bunch of different gateways, you can usually hold off if you do a pretty decent job microing that attack. But we'll wait and see. I mean, we do have the gas going down, so that could be an early indicator, or he could decide to go ahead and go for some kind of tech play as well. We'll just wait and see what happens with the first 50 or 100 gas or so. We're going to have that orbital command as well. Oh man, just barely finishing that barracks on time. 10 hit points. You see, actually he's repairing that SCV because, well, anybody who's followed HuK for any length of time knows that if you don't watch your SCVs, probes, whatever, when you are building, then, or when you're mining rather, then he will harass you, he will take them down, and he will basically just do as much damage as possible with that probe. So definitely something that he is well known for, and I mean, hey, it's deserved, man, reputation. So, ThorZaiN going ahead and dropping a second barracks with a reactor. A little bit of an interesting style of play here. I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing some kind of bio play. I'm going to be looking to see what kind of add-on we have on the second barracks. Let's go back up to HuK now, where we spot, I was thinking maybe a one-gate expand, but there's that double gas there. So that's kind of veering away from that. He's going to have a little bit more gas to work with, maybe a robotics facility. He could be going for a two-gate, three-gate robo, something like that. Possibly going for fast Colossus, maybe in a mortal or two, kind of depending on what his opponent does. Speaking of what his opponent does, look what ThorZaiN just did. He canceled the barracks down here because, well, that was when that probe came up and scouted that second barracks. He waited until it was just about complete and then boom, canceled it, threw down a factory now that he does have that second gas just about complete, and I feel like we are going to see a 1-1-1 from ThorZaiN. Continuing on with the Marine production, and yes, so HuK, I'm going to be a little curious to see if he drops down any more gateways. We do have him sitting at around 400 minerals or so, so we're going to see that Nexus go down as well. He's got to mine the probes first, man. That's just like getting up. You got to have your Wheaties before you go out. You go to work, you know, do your thing, and that's just how it goes, man. So one gate expand, that double gas is going to be kind of building up here. He is building a sentry, a second gateway as well, and we'll be watching to see what happens next here as the minerals go down. Probably a third gateway. Yep, there we go. All right, so the Terran player back down here, we see he is working on the starport. We've got the tech lab on the way. The Protoss has not been able to scout up here. You see, he has the probe. The same guy, man. He's just got these high yield minerals, and he is just like nom 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 nom. You see these little light energy things that are just kind of sucking into it. That's actually the probe consuming the minerals. So that's, I'm glad to see that HuK's probes are very healthy, very hardy, and the bunker going down, so that's pretty much just going to be what we expect to see in this style of play. And we've also got the tech lab as well here, so probably a Banshee, oh no, Raven, going for a Raven. He is supply block, though. So there we go, fix that rather quickly. Back up here to HuK's base, where we actually have that warp gate technology finishing and coming into fruition. We've also got the robotics facility as well. I think it's kind of interesting that he's putting a lot of gas into his gateway units, not really saving it up just yet for this, but do note that he also has 200 gas stockpiled from having that second gas as early as he did. So dumping these into some sentries, the energy is going to be able to build up here. He's going to be able to throw down plenty of force fields, basically to hold off and manipulate wherever he needs to. And ThorZaiN down here, he's got plenty of Marines. Marines. We see that Raven is just about complete. Siege Tank on the way. No Siege Tech just yet. Sitting at around the 7-minute mark. Things are still looking pretty intense, though. I feel some tension here in the game. EG.HuK decided to go ahead and get that probe transfer down here. Good to go. Not actually building. Oh, right, there we go. I was actually saying not building any probes at the moment. That would be a first, but he's actually sitting on a bunch of energy on his Nexus. We also have him moving back here. He could be anticipating a Banshee harassed style of play coming back into the mineral line. We, of course, can spot that his Observer is finished. It's going to be heading down and will identify this build, so he's going to have likely ample time to prepare as we do not have that Siege Tech completed. You see, it just started about 10 seconds ago. Game time. Banshee on the way as well. He's got to watch out with that Observer and make sure he does not come into range of this Raven. Pretty much as soon as he enters right here, it's going to be splat, boom, down to the ground. And speaking of boom, there goes that bunker. So we're going to see ThorZaiN actually possibly move out here in just a moment or two. SCVs coming off the line as well. Total SCVs that we've got here, you can just kind of get a quick look at that. HuK also moving his Observer out of the way, frantically realizes, oh crap, man, there's a Raven in there. He's just got to evacuate as soon as possible. This poor probe, man, he's got this Banshee on his tail, and it's just like, oh god, I have no counter for this. But speaking of counters, we do have an Immortal here that will be able to do nice damage to that Siege Tank. Oh, force field's going down. Marines actually getting picked off there. That's going to be working out pretty well. Nice PDD. It did negate a lot of the Stalker shots, and it is still forcing HuK to retreat, though. Look at HuK's energy right now. You see a couple sentries still have a good bit. He's also starting to bring in some of the Zealots. He's got that second Immortal as well, trying to chrono boost out the third gateway. And looking down at the Terran base, we see he is just going to be continuing to mine with his reduced SCV count and pressing forward here with the 1-1-1. Banshee are going to be taking the point, trying to pop off these sentries. Good thing to be going for, as the Zealots are actually way behind the Stalker, so not going to be able to tank any damage from the Marines unless he reorganizes just a little bit. Siege Tank's a little bit out of position there. The Marines, oh no, they're going to be able to pick off one or both Siege Tanks, which would be absolutely devastating to this build. Oh man, yes indeed. Now he's got to watch out for those Marines because they're going to be replenished very quickly. Another Siege Tank as well. And look at the Raven, man. 26 hit points. It is getting repaired. So ThorZaiN making good use of those SCVs in the downtime between fights. Oh, HuK going to be going in for the kill. He's got a lot of Marines in between him and that Siege Tank. The Immortals are trying to pop it off, but I think the Siege Tank will leave. It is being repaired. Oh, so close. Immortal gets taken down as well, as HuK is forced back to his natural. Bunker going up as well. Is he going to move to snipe off that SCV? I don't think he's going to before it's completed. The Observer will be able to spot the Terran army, though. He sees, okay, there's no Raven anymore, so no more threat of a PDD from built-up energy. We also have HuK deciding to move down and possibly intercept anything on the way. He could be expecting a Siege Tank coming here at some point. We do, of course, can see there's more SCVs, couple Marines as well. And now the Stalkers are going to be coming in here and trying to take off the Siege Tank. Will they be able to burst it down? That could be huge. Yes, indeed, it is. There are no more tanks on the way right now, folks. We can just see those Stalkers are continuing to do harassment. Oh, it looks like there's one tank on the way, but it's parked down here, waiting to kind of bunch up with the rest of the reinforcements. Second bunker has been established now. There is another Immortal, so HuK will be able to use that to bust through this armored structure here. He's got to watch out for the SCVs. He does not have any force fields to put around it. So we do have some nice micro here by HuK, trying to pick off any Marines that he can along the way, basically just kiting them, using the Stalker's superior range. But with another Siege Tank in the field, it's pretty much going to be time to do something about this bunker. Oh man, probes coming off the line as well. Basically, these probes are just hoping to absorb some of the damage and take it off of the Immortal, take it off of the Stalkers. One bunker does go down. Yes, so partial success for HuK moving forward, and of course the Stalkers continuing to kind of bounce back and forth, keeping some units back to make sure that we're not going to have reinforcements interrupted. So there we go, right there. Banshee continuing to get a couple kills. All the while, EG.HuK decided to come up and try to bust over it. Very good timing on that. I like the fact that ThorZaiN was forced to bring his reinforcements down below and then use that opportunity for HuK used that opportunity, rather, to come over and take off a few points of damage, but losing another Siege Tank, man. HuK is just doing a phenomenal job here holding this off. We see pretty much this army is just SCVs, Marines, one bunker, and a Banshee. Of course, the bunker is going to be the last remaining stronghold here. You see that ThorZaiN's forces are just dwindling down by the minute. He's got to watch out. He's got to protect these two Banshees, try to use those to drive off the Immortals and any sort of light Stalker harassment, unless HuK decides to fully commit to it. 2 SCVs going down. That's a pretty big hit right there, considering the fact that all he's got up here are just a few SCVs, a couple Marines as well. But we're going to be seeing HuK with the Immortal, I think, coming over and shooting at a Marine for a second or two there. Oh, so close. Look at the Immortal, so low on hit points. But at this point, ThorZaiN, you know, he's tried to keep the pressure on, but he just has not been able to establish a secure supply line. And now we see the results. Another siege tank taken out. He's been outmaneuvered by HuK pretty much at every turn for the past couple minutes, doing a great job with what he can. But there's the GG, and HuK's going to take game number 1 in this best of series. So congratulations to him. Also, we'll wait and see what happens in game number 2. Is ThorZaiN going to make a comeback? Is HuK going to get another victory? You should just wait and find out. And if you like the video, of course, hit that like button. And if you're a frequent viewer, just do me a favor and subscribe as well. That actually helps me out a lot. I love you guys so very much. You are the best, and we'll see you next video.